Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Tekken video. Today we're going to talk about me proposing to GoD, also known as God of Destruction. You or your opponent is going to make the mistake. So you have to understand what type of player you're facing. So let's say you face 3 gens. You think they're going to play exactly the same? No, one might like do Weiwu mix up, Weiwu dash Devil Stir, mix up. One person might play like CBM with very clean fundamentals and pressure, and then one person can play like me, which is a complete turtle, but will try to punish you and will punish you and force you to come to them. So it's very different. It's not just, don't try to generalize an entire player base based on one person or just a general play style. You want to really download somebody like Peter Yan, I think is his name. I don't really watch MMA, but apparently he did really good against the champion, which he just like downloaded the person apparently in the first few rounds and then like demolished them, which I feel like the comparison's it makes sense. So it was just, I brought it up. You know that the idea of punishment is in your head, that okay, this guy is gonna whiff now. I need to implement that into my mind. He's going to whiff. When is he gonna whiff now? Not I'm gonna watch out for every whiff. I know he's gonna whiff, and when he does whiff, I wanna at least have it in my head that I'm not gonna punish every single whiff. That's like robotic. I know pro players probably will get a very high percentage, but if you at least have the idea, at least could try to bait it with spacing, you could get it successfully. But if you're like, oh, no way he did that again, no way he did that again, and you just have that in your head, he's gonna do it again, but you're not doing anything about it. So you're mentally rejecting that he's gonna do it again, but he does it again. You wanna not reject it. You wanna be like, okay, this guy's gonna do it again 1,000,000%, 1,000,000%. I don't care if it's this set, the next set, or if we go to a last game. This guy is gonna make this mistake again, and when he does, I'm gonna try to kill him for it. That's my first tip. Which leads me to my second tip. You want to pop heat after getting wall. And if you don't really think about it, I don't do this every single time. It just depends on how I feel. Like if I feel like, okay, I could probably get the round without popping heat, or maybe, I don't think I would have more of an advantage if I didn't have heat, but sometimes I just don't want to pop heat. But most of the time when I have heat popped after a combo or during the combo and then they wake up for the pressure, it feels like they have to deal with more threats than if I didn't have heat. And that's just factual. There's nothing to change about it. If you feel like you get a wall combo and then you surely get launched after they wake up, you're probably doing something wrong, because they need to fight to get away from the wall. It's a very hectic fight to get away from the wall, because if they get away from the wall, you just lost all your pressure. All you have is HP advantage. All the factors are stacked in your favor once you get a launch, because now you have the damage, you have the Oki, you have the heat, you have everything to mix, and you want to keep those. But if you lose wall, okay, now I have no more heat and they have heat, and then now they have an HP advantage. Now they have gray HP. Now they have gray. Now they have rage and a bunch of gray. So now they can still heal a lot. You just want to keep those factors. So just keep those factors, and hopefully you can win some rounds. Just think about it. You have more things to worry about. The heat. You have the heat dash heat engagers that could be heat launchers that are also plus on block. You just have more things to worry about if you're in heat compared to not to heat. So I would personally pop heat. A lot of the matches, they didn't really pop heat, and then they would either get a subpar conversion, or they would let me just get away from wall for free. Compared to if they pop heat, I could try to get away from wall, but if they get me stepping or catch me ducking, I could just lose the round. But tip 3, expect mistakes. As I already said, mistakes are different shapes and sizes, as in whiffs, unsafe strings, and predictability. They're all mistakes. Being predictable is probably the biggest mistake on this list. Personally, being predictable For example, if you know when a Kazuya is gonna hell sweep, they're predictable. You need to be unpredictable to get your free low, your unreactable low. Because if it's predictable, getting launch punish for trying to go low is just never good. It's never good. And that's how you mix somebody. You want to not be predictable. Because even if you have the best defense in the world class Arslan Ash defense, if you're not on top of it, you could probably get mixed. And that's just the end of the story. You could get mixed. The worse the player, not saying like a terrible player, but like if you're not like pro, the more open they are to, you know. But when I said in my first tip is when they do make the mistake, have it in your mind. Don't expect like, oh, they did it again. There's no way he did it again and I didn't do anything. You're just gonna blame yourself. And don't blame yourself, just like have it in your head. As long as you have it in your head, even if it's not this game or next game, you're gonna learn it, and once you learn it, it's a future proof idea in your head. Because once you develop it, it's just gonna be second nature. But if you don't have it and never get it, you will just not improve in that field, and that's a very not bad thing you don't want to do. You always want to constantly improve, improvement. Tip 4: have future sight. So, not to sound like a weeb, an anime nerd or whatever, but for example, let's say I have a certain amount of HP and they have heat, right? Let's say you're playing against Kazuya, you have like 3 health sweeps of health, and you duck and you get hit by 443. So personally, I would never try to duck the hell sweep if I could survive the hell sweep. Now the mix, if he's in heat with hell sweep, is kind of scary post hell sweep. But let's say he doesn't have heat, it's not that bad. And if I'm not gonna lose and he's risking his life to try to get me low, then so be it. But if I have 3 hell sweeps to take, 3 lows to get hit by before I actually die or lose, then I'll probably eat a couple lows before I actually commit to a duck. Because if I just duck and then he goes mid and then I die for ducking for 1 mid when I had like 3 lows to tank, it just feels like you had more chances and you try to play it more risky and then you die for it compared to, okay, I ate 2 hell sweeps and then he did 3 hell sweeps. I actually ducked for the 3rd one and then he loses the round. A dumb hop kick, quote unquote. Like, why would they hop kick there? That's the dumbest hop kick I've seen. But rage aside, the reason the hop kick worked is because they did not expect me to hop kick on this exact frame. Because maybe they did stand block and then they let go of neutral or back and went forward or down back. They didn't expect me to hop kick that instance. It's different. Let's say someone tries to hop kick you, right? 5 times in a row. You would think, okay, this guy's probably gonna keep on hop kicking, right? And then he never hop kicks again. That's good. That's a good thing to have in your head. That's like, oh my god, this guy has dumb hop kicks, but he's not gonna dumb hop kick. And then you think the second you think, okay, he's not gonna dumb hop kick, and then you run up and then he hop kicks. And you just think, what is happening right now? What is happening in my head for him to know that the hop kick's gonna work there? But every other time, it doesn't. It's just reads. In the end of the day, you're reading that it's gonna work. The most advantageous position. But let's say they know, they read it, then you just die. But don't be predictable. Don't be predictable. Don't be predictable. Okay? But the last tip I have is have fun. Okay, guys? I'm sorry. If you clicked off the video already, bye-bye. I hope you subscribed and liked. But if you're still here, if you salt Q, you will lose your rank. You will just lose your rank. You will lose it. I've seen people go from like really high rank and then they just end up in like Tekken King, just really low ranks, and they're just wasting time because they're not playing their best. One, And 2, it's just gonna take even more time to get back to where they were to even improve. Unless you don't really care about the rank and just getting better, which that's good. But if you care about like, you know, the rank, don't solo queue. You know, play quick match. And even if then, if you're like solo queuing, just do something else, bro. Please. You don't want to just ruin your day. You don't want to ruin your mental. And then you'll take a break and then you'll just drop the game, you know. And don't get me wrong, I know the game can be stressful at times, but if you do like the game, you'll probably be back and hopefully better when you come back with a refreshed mental. But if you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.